Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV215b. It's a British premium heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Mountain Pass and it's under the command of 73north, the WTWW clan. Now he's armed with a 120mm L1A1A gun, British design, and we're off. It's most like the Conqueror, this tank. Never saw production, but it was a proposed heavy tank based on the Conqueror hull. It's actually better than the Carnarvon, and the turret being at the rear means that it can side scrape very well, but it's got a very vulnerable lower plate, so you have to watch out for that. It's a tier 10 British premium reward tank actually. Well, it was a reward tank I think at one time, but now you can get it in the bond shop if you want to buy one. You can see as he's a heavy tank, he's not bothered. He's just going to drive straight around his teammates and into action. That's 400 alpha, 259mm of pin with standard ammo. You'll see there it's 259, yep. And with the premium rounds, oh, he took a round from the Rain 40 ton there. Premium rounds, 326mm of pen. Humps a round into the 703, but he did take one round back from that guy for 366. Now his teammate can move up because they know that they're not going to get hit from this direction. He gets a low roll with that next shot, but there's a Hesh bomb there. And he hits us with 530 from an HE round. I think that may have been an Hesh round actually, for that matter. But he's going to be reloading for a little while. But to protect our teammates, we're going to have to stay here, trying to avoid getting taken out of the game. Well, we do have some company, so one of us can actually suppress the Hesh bomb, and the other one deals with the 703. There's the Hesh bomb. We've got an IS-5 for our teammate. Now the other thing, of course, about this tank is it doesn't have very good gun depression. In fact, it's pretty diabolical. It's only 70 degrees, and that's entirely down to the fact, oh, we just lost the IS-5. Oh! He managed to get around into our viewport, but he didn't actually do any damage other than that. And oh, we got one into the Hesh barn. Low roll, but it's still a hit. And the guard's now bouncing off us. Okay. Pop out again. We'll put a round into you. Here comes the 703, expecting to get a quick shot. And get a high roll on the guard. Looks like the Hesh barn's loaded, and we pump one into him too. Oh, unfortunately that round got through. This should be better because the guard's now abandoned his position. He does take a round, but he gets one into our tracks. Okay, he's popped forward, and that's the end of him. He made a big mistake there. He shouldn't have come forward like that. Okay, we've got a chance to get a shot on the Minotauro. We'll take it. Pumps one up his rear, and it's a high roll for 403. Don't stay here though, because otherwise Minotauro will get one back. The only tank that's now behind us is the Battle Trader. Oh, another shot into the 703. That's good. Hesh barn can't get a shot. These are one shot for us. Is the Minotauro still there? No, he decided to leave, but we'll have him instead. Good shot. That's 4.5 thou. Going for it again. And he kills him this time. Oh, I saw a shell coming our way. I think it was actually aimed for the enemy just ahead of us. 703 is definitely a one shot. And he goes out the game, but he does hit our tracks. Now the Hesh barn's still there. Oh, we got him too. Nicely played. So that's 4 kills now. He's taken out some pretty heavyweight opposition. Just under 5k of damage. Could be in a contender for the high caliber. Now he's decided to abandon going for the enemy cap area, and he's actually going to try and take out some of the opposition who are actually trying to threaten our cap area. In fact, there's enemy tanks just outside, so I'm wondering, can he actually take out one of these enemy from hitting in the rear? The rain. Yep, when he gets one round in a high roll, we're reloading the APC. Oh, we only need the HE actually, but he does take out the Scorpion. Oh, we narrowly missed getting penetrated by a 50 TP. Get slow plate. Okay, the enemy are threatening our cap area. Okay, go low plate. Well, we took a hit in the tracks and some damage. And he's now a 3-shot. Still going to have to work through this. Oh, unfortunately it didn't go down so well there. And that was the last death on our team. Here's the end of battle stats. That was a first-class tanker for 73 North of WTWW in the FV215b. Not to be confused with the Death Star. No, this is the heavy tank. He did get a second mark of excellence out of that game because he put in such an effort, as well as a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5. One short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. If he'd taken out the 50 TP, then he would have got his top gun. He did get a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 5 exactly. But yes, he did get the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall, and his win rate was 10,369. But sadly, that 50 TP had too many hit points left, and despite the fact that he was playing as well as he couldn't protect himself indefinitely. Sooner or later, that 50 TP was going to get the better of him. So 10,369, that's Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 6,777 hit points in the end. The closest to him was the 50 TP that killed him. 3,348 hit points went to that guy. Third place went to the Heshbarn on the enemy team with 2,640. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those. 5 kills went to 73 North, 3 kills went to the Minotauro, and then 2 kills went to the Heshbarn and the AMBT on his own team. And on the enemy team, the 50 TP, the 60 TP, the ELC M90, the M46 Patent, and the 7032 all managed to get 2 kills. When it came to base XP, he was beaten by the 50 TP, who got 894. 888 went to the Striv 1030 and 869 went to the GSAW 1010. And I'm afraid, yes, we can see here 73 North got 698 out of that game, which puts him well down the table, but he was on the losing team. But he put in a hell of an effort to try and win with such a huge amount of damage. He did try to protect that lower plate as much as he could. He angled it away from the enemy so they couldn't actually penetrate from that direction. And all they were doing was actually hitting his tracks. But a few of the shells that actually were aimed at the tracks did go through and did some damage as well. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 21 rounds, got 20 direct hits, and only 19 penetrations. 1 splash as well. 6,777 hit points of damage, of which 423 were at more than 300 meters. I think those were the shots that he fired at the Scorpion and at the Lorraine 40 ton. 13 hits received from the enemy, 5 of them penetrated, 7 non-penetrations, 1 hit by way of splash. That was from the Heshbarn. 2,750 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 263 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually made a loss of 28,775 credits from this. It's mostly down to the premium ammo that he had to use at certain points during that game. and that cost him 85 grand on his own. In fact, 86 grand. He got 5 bonds for this being a tier 10 game, and he also took away 1,721 experience points out of it as well. But at least he's got his second mark of excellence. He's well on the way to getting his third mark. And you can see that this tank, it does take a lot of skill to actually operate it correctly. Some people think it's not so good a heavy tank, mainly bound to the fact that the turret is at the rear instead of at the front, and it's got a very weak lower plate. So it's vulnerable, but if you play it right, you can actually get a lot of damage on the enemy. As you see in this battle here, 73north was actually trying to protect his lower plate, and it was working. He was getting the better of those enemy tanks, and basically he was the only tank that survived out of that bridge corridor. So it worked for him, but sadly he came up against somebody who still had plenty of hit points left and a gun that could take him down. Hope you enjoyed the replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.